All right. Welcome to Wednesday Weirdness, live from the disaster room. It's going to be another night without a plan, pretty chill. As has become the norm. We're probably going to make a bunch of changes in the sound tonight. For some reason, what I had set up behind the crude reactor thing stopped working. So the thing itself works, but there was some control stuff that I had set up for it. A Max for Live variant of the LFO, and it just quit today, just 5 minutes ago. So I've been scrambling around behind the scenes, setting up a bunch of stuff in Ableton, a little sparser maybe than what's been going on lately. And there's a bunch of stuff I'm probably going to take out, like this is a swirly droney thing that's going on in Hive. I think we'll change that out tonight. I already changed out the second drone, and I made some changes to a couple of the loops that are playing already. I didn't have time to make any changes in the Polybrute or the Take 5, but we'll see what they bring us. Could be something fun, could be something horrible. But anyway, we're going to have fun and see what we can do for about the next 25-30 minutes, and just have ourselves a nice quiet little jam. So off we go. Start looking in the computer department. So I did get Hive working in the Komplete Kontrol wrapper. That was pretty cool. I want to save out this version of this preset if I can remember how. Let's see. I should be able to go in here and maybe save something. I don't know. The joys of learning new software as you go. Maybe off the bottom of the screen. Let's see, we got down here. Nope. Not that I see. Alright, well, preset info, blah, 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 blah. Oh, there's a thing that says save, look at that. But I want to save as. Do I have a save as? No, I don't. Not there. What the heck? Oh, here we go. Okay, enter preset name. Let's change the name. Maybe that'll... Let's call it Night Sweeps. And we'll do that. And we'll say okay. All right, that worked. Okay, so let's play with something else. I still want a pad, I think. Let's see what we have here to choose from. Having a hard time finding words tonight. Oh, here we go. Pads and strings. That's what I get for forgetting to turn the phone off. Okay, let's try this one. See what we get. Let's get this other drone out of the way so we can hear. Wabbit, hello. That's nice and ominous. For who the bell doth toll. Let's see where that brings us. Oh, that's freaky. I like it. All right, let's get this out of the way. I'm going to record a new loop for that. Stick that down here. And we're working around in some version of G minor tonight, so let's see what happens if I hit the old record. Get ourselves a nice long loop. All right, that's in there. Oh, yeah. Is it Home Depot freaky? Yeah, well. So, yeah. For those, that's kind of a Wabbit brought up kind of a Discord joke, but, so I had, these shelves behind me that I put those bins in the other night. I had, and I went out to, and I talked about this on the channel too, or on the live stream a couple of nights ago. And I went out to get the parts, and you know, got the parts from the Home Depot the other night to actually put the shelves in. Of course, that means that I found the original pegs that I had lost. Because, you know, I put them someplace safe, and we all know how that goes. So, you know, after having found the pegs and got everything put together, and it's all fine, and I'm happy. Just today, I get an email from Home Depot. It's the customer satisfaction survey, and they want me to rate my satisfaction with these silly little pegs that hold a shelf in a bookcase. I'm just like, really? You know, do people actually monitor the automation that goes on in some of these places? I just, you know, I don't get it. Sometimes I wonder. So, anyway, and I'm sitting here looking at my face in preview, and you're looking at the blog, so, you know, at the sequencer. So, anyway, that's that. And, see what I can do with this second set of loops. I got something in there. That's when you definitely get paid. Yeah, I got to make something back on that $3.47 purchase, you know, that I paid for with my own money. I have to state that now. I had got the pegs, you know, these pegs, and I paid for them with my own money. Home Depot did not send me these pegs for free or anything like that for me to try out. And I don't get these pegs for free here. Let me get in the drawer here though. I now have them in a bag marked shelf pegs. So I can find them, and I'm going to show you because now that we're talking about the pegs, we got to do the whole thing. So let's see. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see this. This is the original peg from IKEA, and if I can get my face hidden well enough, it should focus on the peg. Anyway, so that's the peg from IKEA that came with the bookshelf. And of course, you can't get an IKEA peg at Home Depot. So this is the peg that came from Home Depot. So, they're both the same diameter for the part that goes into the side part of the shelf. I pushed it in there, I dropped the shelf on top of it. It works. It's a shelf peg. So, anyway, enough ranting about shelf pegs. Will there be a survey after this stream? No, I don't want to know what you people think. No, actually, I should talk a little bit. A lot of us know each other from Synth Seeker's stream or page and YouTube channel, and the connected Patreon and Discord server, which is absolutely a fantastic place to hang out. And so that's where a lot of us have met, and some of us also went on out to KnobCon a few months back and met in person out there, which was really fun. So we've got this great community, and I know that you all will tell me what you think, either later tonight or tomorrow. So I don't think I need a survey, do I? Do I, Wabbit? I guess I take that. Let me back up on that a second. I was kind of wondering or thinking, and maybe I will do a little survey kind of thing on YouTube. I kind of have my ideas about what I want to do here on this channel, but I'm kind of curious what other people might want to see, knowing that it's prefaced by the thought that I don't primarily want to become a channel that does reviews. I'll certainly talk about things. Goodness knows I've been gushing on the new Native Instruments Control S that I've been using, that I bought, and I love, absolutely, this thing is fantastic. And I probably will do some sort of in-use or some sort of my thoughts about this thing, a combination both here on the YouTube channel and a write-up on my website, where I often do review kind of things, so that's so I've got some ideas, but I always like to hear what people think. I do like to hear what people think about the channel and about my blog and about my crazy ideas. So if you want to know where to find the website, you can find it there at GerenM.net. So it's a going thing. There's all kinds of stuff there about music and photography and general other things that I find it necessary to pontificate about sometimes. And I'm checking the focus on the down cam. It looks a little soft, but I can't. That looks better. So anyway, do what I want. Do what you want. There's a song about that. Anyway, yeah. I am gonna do what I want, but by the same token, because that's I'm not good at good at doing what other people want me to do. But you know, if there's things that are that are specifically interested in, I happen to be interested in them too, then, you know, it'd be a good match, and maybe I can concentrate on some of those kind of things. That's kind of where I'm going with that. And there'll be, if I do a survey, there'll be a write-up with it that explains the whole shooting works, and why what I'm wondering, what weight it would give on anything that actually occurs on the channel. So anyway, enough about me. I'm going to go ahead and now that I've got this new bed going that I kind of like, and there's new drone sounds and little new bass stuff going on, I think I'll actually do what we came for here, and I'll jam a little bit. So I'm going to switch over to the other camera, and I'm going to play on the Polybrute or the Take 5 for a while. Arpeggio going there. Hey, Luke. Is she now a Microsoft Word expert? Oh, wow, that felt nice. That actually felt good. Today's been a really good day. So I've got a lot less angst going on than I did yesterday, and yeah, good day, a good day. So, anyway, what's going on? What's going on? Go real quick again, just one more time through what we ended up with for sounds, because that's always an interesting thing. Thank you, Luke. I appreciate it. Let me get set up here and drive over to this thing, and we will click on that, and then click on that. So the underlying drone underneath the whole thing is back in Hive. It's a new one. And let's go ahead and solo that guy. When I solo, I keep forgetting that it mutes my mic as well. Got to figure out how to get that out of that group in Ableton. But anyway, I think if I just take it off the synth bus, that might do it. Anyway, so that's that. Or take it off. No, it already is off the synth bus. I'll have to figure that out. There's a couple things that I really want to figure out in Ableton. One of them is to be able to, I set a key center for the piece, and right now it's G minor or something or another. And what I'd like to be able to do is be able to change, control where we are in change chords essentially, and have the entire project change as I go. And I just haven't figured out how to do that, how to get it to all follow the controller. Something I just need to figure out how to do. So anyway, that's a new a patch in Hive. It is a preset that I dug up, or didn't really dig up, just dug through a little while and found earlier this evening. Also changed out, for some reason, the crude thing stopped working. It actually turned out it was an LFO that I was using. I was using a thing called LFO-I, which is a Max for Live variant of the regular LFO. It had shut down and stopped LFOing. And I didn't realize that was the problem until after I thought the reactor thing had gone AWOL. So anyway, I brought this up, and so that's got a new sound, which I will solo right quick. So it's just doing the bell sound, the bell tones that are gonging back there in the background. We've got the same basic drum loop as the last couple nights, although I think I may have I slowed everything down. We were by about 5 beats a minute, and it's amazing how much a tempo change alters the mood of even the same music, which is kind of neat. I also thinned out the sequence that's running underneath that pad is greatly thinned out from last night. It was really, really too dense, and it would just blob everything up into a big sonic roar. So things were getting lost, and I think they still are a little bit, but I think it's a little better. But so the drums are doing the same. We'll skip over those. We've got, I just recorded this loop tonight. I'm not using Stepic here, even though it's on the track. This is a different patch in Spark. And it is doing And that's another sequence that I thinned out. There was a whole lot more going on in there prior. I thinned out the bass. I did a new bass sequence, or new bass sequence in Stepic. And the bass is also changed. It's now a different plug-in. So I changed everything tonight and didn't have time to set everything up first. So it's been kind of a thing. So now we're using, let's get the correct thing up here. We're using this Scarby MM bass plug-in. And I noticed when I was fooling with that, something interesting. It's actually indicating as the notes are played what string and what fret are playing the notes, which is kind of neat. It's awfully small on the screen, but there it is. It is doing it. It gives a little indication in that little bar underneath, right down in here. What finger, what fret, what string, which is kind of a neat thing. So that's it for the plugins, and everything else is either the Polybrute or the Take 5. And I still don't have a down camera for over there, but right now I've got been playing a lot with the arpeggiator on the Polybrute, and it's really a fun arpeggiator to play, to let it run like it is now, and just doing this thing. But it's also fun to play the arpeggiator, which I was doing a little bit in that break, and it's so that's kind of fun to play with. And then Take 5 is just is it a factory patch? No, it's one of my patches on the Take 5, a little muted lead. So that's pretty much the rundown. That's the rundown. To circle back, the one of the problems that had me kind of out of sorts last night took care of itself this morning, and basically somebody realized they needed to do something, and that was, I didn't want to tell them. So, but anyway, so that's that, and part of the problem too that led into that was my misconception of something that they had said to me. So I did not understand what they were saying, and it kind of led to some tension in a relationship that has been very strong for the last few years. And so I was angsting over the whole thing, and it's all wonderful now. I'm very happy. So it's a good one. It's a good one. So I've been at it about a half an hour, 35 minutes now. I'm also doing shorter streams during the week. So I'll probably play out for another 5 or so minutes, and then call it a night. Go back over to the synths. Alrighty, I think that's going to do me. Thanks for joining, coming and seeing and hearing and listening and a little bit of chatting. And I will catch you all here again tomorrow night, same time. We'll be back at 9 o'clock Eastern Time. Like, subscribe, visit the website, all the stuff for those who haven't done so already. And for those who have visited the website, please come again anytime. Poke around all the videos on the channel. So, actually, before I leave, a thing a thing happened on the internet and in the music world that I thought was kind of interesting. Yamaha came out with a new little device called SEQTRAK, which is a little kind of sort of portable groove box, but not really kind of thing. And the rabbit thing. I don't know if Wabbit was talking about that or not. It's called SEQTRAK. It's a little. It does. I don't think it has a rabbit logo. No, I don't think. I didn't notice that. It's kind of sort of. It's kind of sort of a competition for the Teenage Engineering OPZ in a lot of ways. But it looks to me, sort of like an OPZ. It includes a lot of things that you could, or some things that you could add on to an OPZ in standard, like US, like proper MIDI and audio over USB and all kinds of stuff like two-tone orange and white, and then they've got a gray version, a gray-black version as well. And a lot of people who are kind of poo-pooing it, saying it's this is wrong or that's wrong and the other thing's wrong. And it's like they want this thing to be the end-all device, and Yamaha themselves write on the advertising saying it's an idea station. It's for getting down ideas. It has no intention of being the end-all finish your song box. Yet it still includes a whole lot of performance, neat kind of performance things that looks like on paper and in the videos they've done as well, or maybe better than Teenage Engineering did, and they're doing it for several $100s or a couple $100 less. I first looked at it and said, well, because I had an OPZ and I wanted the OPZ to be the thing that I could take camping with me and get an idea down and then bring it back to the studio and bring it into the DAW and work it up. Or finish it up. And I never got along with the OPZ. It was opaque to me in the way that everything worked. Even with the companion app, I could never figure out a lot about it. But my thing is, it's like there's a cadre of people that have. It's just. The negative comments I think that I've seen about it that I thought were just kind of unwarranted, because of the expectations that they've put on this thing, and wanting it to be or acting like it's supposed to be something that it's not. And I don't know what I think about that. I don't know exactly where I'm going with that, except that I find the device interesting. So I find the device interesting in a couple of different ways. One, as that possible sketchbook thing that I could use to take camping with me or whatever. It is, it's battery operated. It's got a speaker and headphone jack and all kind of, all the stuff, USB transfer, USB MIDI, everything there. But it's got its limitations. It's not, like I said, it's not designed to be the end all. But the more I got to thinking about it, it's actually got all of the components internal to be what I could say an ambient Berlin school tool. I just find it to be a very interesting device, and that's not even what Yamaha intended it for. It's disheartening to me. Here's where I'm going. Here's where I think I'm actually landing on this. It's disheartening to me to hear creative types not being able to think outside a box. And it's just my thought on that. I don't know if I'm going to buy one of the things or not. It certainly won't be anytime soon if I do. In fact, it's not even out the door yet. So I don't know if I'll buy one, although it does, from what I've seen, fit that mold for what I was looking for being able to go out and just kind of get some ideas down with something really portable, or maybe even work alongside something like the Polyand Tracker, which does that fairly well as well. So anyway, just where my mind went tonight. I don't know what my thoughts are for sure about it yet. I'd hopefully like to be able to get my hands on one, but before I buy. But that's seldom possible anymore. So, yeah, have a look at it, Luke. It's kind of an interesting thing. Watch some of the videos. Some of the videos are all they're all they're not really in the genres or styles, I guess, that we work so much that I've seen. But I can see that potential for it outside of that box. It does have, it's got limitations. There's no doubt about it. But I think in the realm of things that are based on repetitive figures and that kind of thing, it could do very well, and do even there's still some research I want to do on it as well. I tried Ableton Note when it first came out. Now at that point, I still didn't have a real good understanding of Ableton itself, but I didn't really like the direction that Ableton Note went at the time, and maybe I'll revisit it and see what I think about it. But yeah, I've almost always got an iPad with me, no matter where I'm, no matter what I'm doing. So that's an alternative too. And there's other stuff that I do play with on the iPad, but for getting something down quick and easy, it's where I was, where I'm going. The other thing is, that's one thing that's cool about the Yamaha, and was cool about the OPZ, was it did have the ability to sample built in. So I could, if something was cool sounding in my environment, I could record that and include that in what I was doing, which was pretty cool function. But anyway, just kind of some wandering mind, yeah, so something to look into, something to always something new to experiment with and explore, which is one thing that one thing that I always have loved about music. There's always something new, even though they say that at least in certain genres everything has been written once or twice. Everything you want to play has already been played. I still think that in electronic music anyway, there will always be new frontiers to explore. So anyway, that's going to about do it for me tonight. I have a day of things like banking and stuff to do tomorrow. So yeah, fun stuff there. We have the business transfer is going forward rapidly and all well. So that's both exciting and terrifying, as I've said before. But it's moving forward. So anyway, I'll play a few notes and then fade away. Thanks for coming. Thanks for watching. For those who've hung to the end and everything, we will be chatting again soon.